Bo Brock, what did Jonathan Gannon have to say? And do we have some clips of JG just moments ago at the press conference?
I believe we do. We've got, three of the crucial moments in this game. The pick six, Joshua Dobbs speaks on that. Jonathan Gannon gets into the 4th and 1 play call. Why did they maybe not get to that Philadelphia quarterback sneak, the push, the tush push, or the brotherly shove? And then Jonathan Gannon and Jamar Chase, we can go any direction just depending on what our guy Damon Dog has queued up behind the scenes. I mean, we could just roll it and then we'll just give our comments afterwards.
Let's cue it up, Damon Dog. This is JG following the loss to Cincinnati.
That I think, it seemed like he caught a lot of balls today for a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. So obviously as a defensive staff, myself being the leader of that, we didn't do enough on that side. You can't let their best player beat you, and that's what we just did. So that falls solely on me, and we can't let that happen again. So point blank, there's the game on defense. You let their best player beat you. I'm pissed off about it. It's my fault, and we got to get that cleaned up. Yeah, that's a good question, Howard. I thought it was too long for the push play. It looked like almost 2 to me, probably a yard and a half it was. I don't know exactly. And I walked down there and looked. Yes, we would. We got some other things on, 3rd and 4th and 1 too, but thought it was too long for that there.
It was intended for Hollywood. He ran a slant. He was getting in there. So probably a tight window, obviously, and so I can't make that decision with the ball. I got to keep the ball safe, especially hiding awareness in that area of the field. And so we'll fix it. We'll take care of the football, and we'll be better.
Lots of good inside capture by our own Bo Brock here of PHNX Cardinals. And Bo, I want to ask you, because that's probably the most emotional we have seen Jonathan Gannon in a postgame this year. It's also the first time the Cardinals really played, I think, top to bottom, a poor game. Yeah, talent deficiency. We talked about that. But the turnovers, the mistakes, DJ Humphries was atrocious at left tackle. Could you sense the frustration of JG? Because, I mean, behind the scenes, Cardinals really thought they could win this game, especially after beating Dallas, a 3-point spread. You're playing at home. Got to think JG thought the team was going to respond differently this week.
Yeah, absolutely, especially out of the gates. I mean, this was trending towards Bengals just dominating from the opening kick, right? Yeah. I mean, they get the 3 and out to start, right? You had the big sack that kind of put you behind the sticks a little bit on offense, and then Joe Burrow, he immediately just kind of finds his old his old self, goes 7 for 7, 50-plus yards and a touchdown to his guy Jamar Chase to open up the game. And then, they get a big punt return that then eventually on the second defensive series, the Arizona Cardinals get back to that bend, don't break mentality, and then that kind of flipped the script. But up until that point, it was the Bengals dominating in all 3 phases. And then kind of like last week in week 4 against the 49ers, the Arizona Cardinals scratch and claw. They get the stops necessary. The offense looks solid. And then they shot themselves in the foot before half. And they had a tough time recovering from that. The second half, they get a touchdown. But outside of that, the offense can't get it going. Questionable play calling as far as on 4th and 1, as JG outlined. He thought it was too far. It was more like a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards. So that's too long for that Philly push play. But look, this has showed you that this Cardinals team, they have to play a near damn perfect game for it to be tight. And then, if they give up any points, I mean, just for them to be within a score, that's where the talent deficiency is right now. So it was the Bengals. We talked about them not wanting to – we didn't want this to be a get-right. That's really kind of exactly what it was.
We talked about it, Bo, before you jumped on. People asking where the reinforcements defensively. I actually thought the defensive line, Dante Stills played well. Front 7 was okay, had 3 sacks. The secondary and the state of it right now, what more can you tell us? Because, again, both starting safeties out. Keitrell Clark doesn't start for whatever reason. And, man, I don't know what you say. Marco Wilson this year has been absolutely atrocious. I got that wrong. I thought he was going to play his best football for Jonathan Gannon. It's clear through 5 games, number 20 is not a good fit for whatever they're trying to do defensively, because he has gotten cooked left and right for this team.